everybody, Tracy Jo Callan here with Callan's Crafting Studio, and it's been a little while since I was able to film a video. I've had a lot going on in my life that sort of took precedence, and I've kind of neglected my channel, so I apologize to everyone for that. I've just been so busy. I had my very first arts and crafts festival where I sold my greeting cards, and I had to prepare my inventory for several months for that, and it went really well, I'm happy to say. Then I had some little things just going on in my personal life. I had a little bit of a health issue, which I'm recovering from and mending nicely. So I'm happy about that. But I had some time where I could sit and sort of play with some things while I was recuperating. And I just wanted to share some of those with you today. So recently, during the HSN Craft Day, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I ordered the tool bundle where I got the Cricut, the knife blade, the adaptive tool knife blade, and I also got the scoring wheel and the bonded fabric blade. The bonded fabric blade, I haven't done anything yet, but I was very anxious to try the scoring wheel that comes with the one for the single, and you just push the button and take it out and pop it back in, or for thicker cardstock to make boxes and things, it gives you the double scoring wheel that you can pop onto it. So I really was kind of excited because the old school stylus that I've used for my greeting cards and just about everything I do, a lot of times it really didn't put a hard enough score into the paper. So I was anxious to do this. So I'm going to show you the difference. I cut some pieces out and I can show you the difference on what the old tool did versus the new tool. And then I also purchased the Griffin scoring wheel tips and tricks digital cartridge, and there was a cute little dress on there that looks like this. It comes with 46 different images of sort of little origami things that can kind of give your project's dimension, 3D dimension. And I just thought this little dress was so cute when I saw it on the show, so that's why I bought it. Well, then when I got it, there's absolutely no instructions. I couldn't find the old school handbooks that kind of show you how to put things together. And I just sat in bed one day while I was recuperating and just played with a piece of paper until I folded it and finally got it to turn out like this. So that's what I'm going to attempt to show you guys today, is how to fold it, at least this particular one. And I'll show you the cartridge. I do like it, and I'm kind of excited because I do love these sort of 3D projects. And I did find that these sort of cards sold like crazy at my craft fair. Everybody liked pop-up cards, and they liked anything that was 3D or stood up. So I also designed this little card yesterday. I really like these easel cards. And this dress is not, this is one that I did design from scratch that I'm going to share with all of you, because in case you didn't purchase that cartridge or don't want to purchase it, I just thought it would be fun to have a cute little dress on there. So I sort of figured out a way to design one myself, and I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm going to show you both of those today. The other thing I did was I made two of these little holders using the knife blade. This one is made out of wood, so I used basswood for this one, and this one, I'm not sure if I like it or not yet. This one is made out of cardboard. Now I want to make sure I give credit for those files of the people that designed them. So this one I painted white, and this was a design by Nicole. She had suggested using 3/32 basswood and putting it on the 1/16 setting, but adding 4 additional passes. When I tried that, I had a lot of trouble with it. I did use the 1/16 is on the bottom, the back, and the sides, because I was able to snap it, but my tool kept really getting stuck in the 1/16, and it was just taking forever, and I was getting very frustrated. Granted, it was the first time I used it. There is a great video that Cricut has out there about the top 10 things to know about the knife blade, and I highly suggest going to Cricut's website or Cricut's YouTube channel and watching that, because there was really some good tips there. So the top, I ended up, because I was so frustrated and it didn't want to cut these little tiny holes very cleanly, and it kept getting stuck, I ended up doing that in 1/16 basswood, and then so that the sides are a little stronger, and I just glued it together with wood glue and used acrylic paint, just plain old white acrylic paint, because I have white furniture in my craft room here, as you can probably see behind me. And I thought that turned out really cute. Now this one, they recommended doing it out of the 2mm chipboard, and this was a file shared by Susan Skille, and it's called the Tool Holder for Adaptive Tools. And so I just, every time I get paper from Cricut or anybody else, and it comes with a piece of cardboard in the back of it, I save that cardboard. I kind of call it chipboard. I don't know if it's, I've never had the real Cricut chipboard that they recommend, or what is traditionally considered chipboard by artists. So I just thought I would do it out of this cardboard, and I did 2 of each piece, and I just hot glued them together. I guess you could put like washi tape or something. You could also cut it out to make it look pretty. And then I hot glued it all together. It's a little bit of a mess, but it worked. It worked. It worked. And I guess you could do this one out of basswood too, and it was really cute. And this one, she allowed for an extra place to be able to put your double score wheel. So it holds all of your tools. So I really like that because, you know, there's really not enough room in the base of the machine in the little secret compartment. So I just really like this little compartment. I think this is an awesome idea. So thank you very much to Nicole and Susan for sharing those files. I just think they're awesome, and I think you're going to have a lot of people that really like to do those. So having said all that, I'm going to show you how to make these little dresses and how to fold them. So let's get started. I wanted to show you the Anna Scoring Wheel Tricks digital cartridge that I purchased from HSN. There's 46 images in this particular cartridge. I think it was $19.95. Maybe eventually it'll be offered directly by Cricut. Right now I think it's only on HSN. It was an exclusive. This is the little dress that I'm going to feature today. And there's some really cute little 3D images in here. I'm going to try this one at some point. And I like these little 3D banners that you can score. Many of these things are not new to the world of paper crafting, things such as rosettes. There's a million of them out there, and pinwheels, but I just liked some of the images that were in here and definitely wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. So when I've already added the dress in here, so this is what her dress looks like, and this is what mine looks like, that I will share this particular file in case anybody wants to make this. But as you can see, it was just a square with a bunch of lines, and I had no idea where to begin. So I'm going to show you now how, after we print it, how that turns out. Okay, so I have everything laid out here. So I just want to show you the difference in the score lines between the one done with the scoring stylus and the one done with the new scoring wheel tool. So, and just so you know, there's a 1 on this, which means that it has the single, and like I said, you just push the button and you pop it out like that and put it back in like that. So the 1 means that it has 1, and the double has a 2 on it. See the number 2 there, and then there's this creates 2 small lines. So that's the double scoring, and this is the single. So the difference in the lines are definitely, you can kind of see the difference on the back side. These are much deeper than these. Hold it up a little closer. So I do, at first, you know, couple tries, definitely like the scoring wheel better. It makes much deeper lines for better folds. So far so good. So I like it. So I don't know that I'll be using this much anymore, but from what I understand, you can continue to use these in the older Explorer Air machines, and or you can use both of them in the Maker. So, all right, let's get started trying to fold this. So I'll show you how to quickly fold the one that I designed. So the one that I designed that looks like this, super simple. So the very first fold is going to be a valley fold. There's several lines. There's 2 that are close together at each sort of little intersection there. So the first one is going to be a valley, which means you're folding that down and away from you. Okay, and then the second little one, you're going to pop it up into a mountain fold. And I kind of fold it out like that. Then the next one is going to be a mountain again. So it's going to give you the up little piece there, part of the dress, and then a valley. Then a valley. And a mountain. Like that. Then a mountain. And then the last one is a valley. And there you have it. So you can kind of see the dimension. And then I just glue this piece down on whatever you're putting it on, and then glue the other piece down on top of it, and then I just put a little bow on the belt and used a little glue dot to put my belt on. I also used the 10-second bow maker, which I got that a while ago and I love it. I'll have to show you guys how to use that as well. So that's that one. So now we want to do this one. This one's not quite as easy. So, and I'm going to do this the best that I can. I guess I'll use the one with the deeper score, using the score wheel. The end result will get there. I have to remember how I've done it. You can see I've done it several times. One thing that I will mention is using patterned paper is much better than using any kind of cardstock, patterned cardstock. The cardstock, what would happen is you really have to play with the paper, and it started to split on me here. So if you're very careful, I'm sure you could use that, but I found that it was easier to work with just doing it on some type of patterned paper. And there's a million of them out there that have great patterns that would look cute for a dress. This is the original one that I worked on, and I sat in bed trying to figure it out. So, all right. You'll see there's several going across this way. There's some diagonal ones going this way. Here, let me turn it this way you can see it better. There's some diagonal ones here, and there's some diagonal and diagonal. Then you've got some little diagonals up here. But for the most part, what I started with was the straight one. So I went ahead and I fold the straight one in like that. Okay, like that. And then the one over here, so you have the one that's down in the center. Okay. Then I folded this one up, the next one up, and if you want, you can go ahead and start to work the diagonal ones just to give them some play. Really, anything that folds, just go ahead and start letting it naturally fold, because you can really just then go back and fold them the other direction if need be. So you kind of want like a little bit of an accordion there. We're going to do that over here. So you've got the accordion fold there. Okay. Now those little diagonal ones, you can kind of fold in like that and get them started, because we're going to use those a little bit later. Still in this pattern, it's a little tricky for me to see in this lighting. Okay, so there's kind of the diagonal folds. Let's go back with just this in like this. All right, so we got the accordion fold here. Then you've got your two sleeves. You're going to fold those forward, because when we fold this back, it's going to make the front of the sleeve. You're going to fold those forward like that. Okay. Now in here, even though we have these forward, there's two triangles up in here, like there, that we actually need to go the other direction. So we're going to fold that one in like that as much as possible. And then fold this one in like that as well. Then there's a one going across this way and here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fold that one down. Go like this, and we're going to start to pull this down, but we need to turn these in. See how that kind of goes in like that? a little tricky. So when we fold this down, wait a second, I have to remember how I did this. I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, okay. These definitely have to go in the other direction, like that. There we go. So this one, maybe use your nail, kind of stick it in. And it's good to go down like that. Okay? See how I did that? So those little pieces in there, you're just going to flip down in and flip down in. So then when you pull this down, it's going to make the neckline. Okay? And these still get forward. They're going to go forward because we're going to fold the sides back. We can go ahead and do that now. So on the side, you'll see there's a little fold there, and then it goes down, but it starts to go a little diagonal to form the side of the dress. So it's going to go straight at the top and then go a little bit diagonal. And you'll see at the very top here, it's kind of hard to see on the front, there's two triangles back in here. You can start to work those just to get them loose. We're going to use that at the end when we flare out the skirt. Okay, so let's fold the other side down again. You'll see there's a diagonal fold there at the bottom part of the dress, and then it goes straight at the top part of the dress. So you fold it down and you tuck your sides back, and then you flip your sleeves forward. Oops, I forgot to fold this part down. There we go. Oops, flip those forward. It really is not an easy fold. You just really have to play with it and get your paper loose without it actually splitting or breaking. Okay, so now we just want to flip out these bottom parts of the dress, and that's where these little triangles start to come in handy. At the top, you just kind of work that little tiny fold forward so it kind of bends like that a little bit. You can do it on this side. Then there's another fold in the back here, and you can take this and fold it completely in half. Fold those down. When you fold it completely in half, it's gonna give you that crease in the center, and then when you flip it back out, you'll see that crease there is now facing up. Then you had those diagonal folds that we worked on earlier. And it helps to lay it down. And then if you kind of push these out to the side, you'll see how that begins to fold up there with that little triangle fold. And then this one, kind of, you just hold it down. It's definitely easier to work with if you put it down on the desk. And then the center one, you can kind of just work it a little bit until it gets like that. Now when you would go to glue it down, it'll show those little tiny creases in the dress, and there you have it. So it's not a super easy fold by any means, but if you keep working with it, you'll get there. And these, I think, really are meant to be tucked in kind of in the back like that. And then this would stay down, so when you glue it down, you can just put all your glue here, put a little glue on the sides, glue your sleeves down. I would, if you're going to put a belt on it like I did, put the belt on it first, tie that up, and then you can glue it down. So it is a very cute little dress. I like it. It just takes a little bit of work to kind of get the end result. And like I said, this might not be the proper way to do it. You just have to keep working with the paper. It was how I got it to work. It seems to look like the picture. I think it's a pretty good job considering that there's no instructions and I don't know anything about origami and folding paper. So that's kind of where we ended up. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe to my page and give me a thumbs up. Always appreciated. And hopefully I'll be posting some more videos very soon. And we'll see everybody next time. Take care.